Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahawashi, Ba'Shem, Makakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who would teach this truth and sincerity. And a shout out to Yakim, that's out there on four corners of the earth, proclaim this truth. Going into them cities and still holding up a 12 tribe sign, still going out there teaching, despite storm watch warnings, despite what whoever may come up against you or your camp or what you're teaching. You got scoffers these last days, as Yahawashi had already warned us, that would come up. He actually knew that the very people that crucified him would be the ones that would come up against us, because he told us back in the scriptures during his time, he said, if they hated me, they will hate you also. Telling you that reincarnation is in the scriptures, telling you that the very same people that put him to death are going to be the very same people that are going to come against you. We can see who that is, and it's plain to see, whether you be a confusion of face or, or anyone teaching the truth, they will come against you, because scoffers will come up in the last days. They came up during the time that Yahawashi lived. They were around when Moses was there. 2/3 of the people, during the 10 Commandments being given, what did they do? They built their golden calf. Well, this new modern golden calf is the fiat money system. That's why 2/3 of the people are going to take the mark of the beast, because they love that fiat money system. That's their golden calf. And they will take it because they are being controlled. Look at what's happening in Venezuela right now. Controlled by food. The U.S. whore is pretending to send humanitarian aid when really it's to cause uproars of the people. The best way is to take a country that's already been oppressed, and then pretty much the people are oppressed, so of course they're going to be begging Esau for that food, that humanitarian aid. And it's working. Because, of course, the government, the legitimate government, has to block that, because they know that that's going to persuade the people's decisions, so they're in an uproar. What do you think is going to happen over here? Do you not see that the House is divided against itself here? The House, the Senate, and the President with this national emergency, all done by design. The same people that are causing the coup in Venezuela are the same ones causing the coup over here. Because you can say it's a coup. You can call it that. This national emergency is really to build a wall to keep the people within it. Because what they're not telling you is that more people are leaving the United States because it fucking sucks. And yeah, you have to catch your sign when the wind blows, Because, quote unquote, I'm a $5 Israelite. Yeah, I have a $5 sign, But I still, with this $5 sign, come out here and I teach. What do they do? I put the challenge out there last week. Where are those that are within ISUPK and HOI and all them? Where are their one-man camps, their two-man camps, their three-man camps? Now, they only come out at certain times, but most of the time they just sit on the comment board scoffing. But that's okay, because we already know what their lot is. They're being held for the day of judgment. The same, all those that pierced him will see him coming down in a cloud. We know what that's talking about when he comes down in chariots to judge this place, along with the nuclear missiles that are going to hit Babylon the Great. So I'm going to read out of Hosea chapter 1, starting in verse 9. For you are not my people, and I will not be your power. What's that talking about? Well, let's face it, for a long time, we did not know that we were Israelites, so we couldn't call upon the name of our power. We didn't have the names yet, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahawashi. We had lost our heritage. Yet the number of the children of Yasharahla shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, you are not my people. Where's that talking about? And it shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living power. And that's happening now. You're actually seeing Edomites making videos saying that the people that you call Negroes and Latinos, Native Americans, they are in fact, the holy people of the Most High. You're hearing that directly from an Edomite's mouth, because they know. And they know that their time is short, but, you know, we've been out here and we've been teaching for a long time. You know, it really started in 1970, but then once it started going up on YouTube, which Great Millstone led that charge, and eventually everybody else wanted to be like Great Millstone and put videos up on YouTube, which is why these other places have a platform. But what are their reasons for it? To try to dissolve what we're teaching, which has been Esau's plan all along, is to try to dissolve. And of course they're going to be with it because they have a 501c3 charter, you know. So it's verse 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Yahawashi be gathered together and appoint themselves one head. They shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. And that's happening, you know. We're coming together as one, you know. There's no longer the separation between Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because we know that who our power is now. You know, we're being restored, you know. We know who the 12 tribes are. And, you know, the confusion of faces, like myself, go back to being of the 12 tribes, you know, because the Spirit bears witness. And that's not Christianity, because Christianity don't teach you that at all. Christianity teaches that all can be saved. But this is for only an elect, only for the few. That's why it's worded in John 3:16, which they love to use, for whosoever that is amongst the children of Israel shall call upon the name. Well, we have the true names of the living power, Yahweh and Yahawashi. And we call upon that name constantly. We don't teach it any other name. And we know the blasphemy of those that call themselves Israelites, but yet don't have 100% sound doctrine. You know, they don't have the 100%. And if you start teaching one lie, you have to teach all kinds of lies, you know, like General Yohana teaches that sodomy is okay as long as it's with a female. Where's that in the scriptures? Because wasn't Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed for the acts of sodomy? You know, think about it. The word Sodom and sodomy, you know, root word of the word sodomy. So, of course, it was destroyed for their filthiness, you know. And yet he promotes that it's okay. But he also promotes that it's okay to take the chip, that the chip is not the mark of the beast. You know, they laughed about that one too, you know. So, yeah, a lot, they are the stumbling blocks out there, you know. But like everything else, though, we know what the elite game plan is. You know, we seen it years ago on Alex Jones when he interviewed Aaron Russo. We seen it in the movies. We've seen it, you know, we knew that even back when they were starting to chip pets, that this is what they were going to eventually use on humans. You know, that the pets were just the beginning of it. Because now, and you see it in the wording of the commercials, you know, hey, you know, it's the same thing that they put in pets, and it's been pretty safe. People have found their pet when they're lost. So a lot of people have gone on to this, and they've shown you little clues here and there. The $6 billion man, the bionic woman, you know, that you could receive this, you know, bionic arms. That's what they called it back then. But yet it's still controlled by the RFID, by computer technology. And these are the miracles which Esau, you know, which is the beast, you know, Esau, Edom, the beast, the UN, NATO, the EU, because that's going to be the army after next over here, had power to do in the sight of the beast, you know, showing that this technology works, you know. Sweden was one of the first to start that. That was a test start by putting it in prisoners over there. And now almost the entire country over there has the RFID. Very few people use regular money. Everything's cashless over there. And Moab, China, you know, they've adapted this system. And this whole so-called trade war between China and the United States, well, look at what's happened since then. Look at all these store closings everywhere. You know, I just showed 2 places last week that are either going out of business, and the other one is completely out of business, been out of business for an entire year. It's an abandoned building. Well, how do you think that they're going to round people up? Because isn't that coincidence, though, that Monsanto, one of their things is called Roundup. Well, what do you think that these practice drills are really about? To round up people, those that are resistant to the New World Order. just like you're doing in Venezuela. Because let's face it, it's not a matter of when the U.S. invades. They've already invaded. They're already in Venezuela, and they're soon to invade Nicaragua. Pretty much, it's not just Syria and Yemen and Ukraine anymore. They've been, and Hugo Chavez said this when he was dying, that pretty much he knew who poisoned him. You know, when he had died of cancer, he knew who poisoned him. You know, because of course they want to take out Hugo Chavez. They were hoping to take over the government then. But, you know, like everything else though, this current leader they can't control, so they put in another puppet leader. Just like they did when they put in Poroshenko in Ukraine. And like everything else, the more and more Esau, you know, is over there, and the more and more Magog is a guard unto them, you can see how much closer to this war that we are, and this being the year of Karagba, they're going to push that mark, and you're seeing it. You're seeing it happening. You know, Alabama, you know, just had a recent, I believe it was either Alabama or Arkansas, you know, I think it's Arkansas actually, that made a law, Savak for that, that employers can chip their employees. So it's here. It's been here. And those that are coming against us teaching and all that, they're going to take that mark. And that's a mark for that special day and hour. The same shall drink of the cup of wrath that's poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation, which is a thermonuclear war that's about to come. And they should also see the Most High coming down in a cloud, you know, with the chariots to judge this place. So, like everything else, just go ahead. Keep on scoffing. Keep going against the men of the Most High, because your day and number is coming. For all that, I want to say, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahawashi, Bashim Rakakash, Barak Tum, death to America, death to you 2/3. And a challenge to anybody, you know, that, you know, has been in this long enough. Come out and teach, you know, no matter what the weather is. We don't have much more time to do this. Barak Tum.